Hey peeps, it's FreshX SKS1211 with another top 10 animated shows that are my favorite. I'm sorry it took so long to make this sequel video because I've been busy at the time, as always, just trying to find something perfect, find it entertaining as possible for everybody. But I promise, once again, I'm just gonna come up with new stuff that you guys might find enjoyable. So, if you might agree or disagree with me with one of the shows, or many of the shows on here, as always, the rules go by the characters, the voice acting, the animation, the genre, or all the above that I find great about these shows as well. So, either agree or disagree with me. Number 10 for characters and voice cast is the 7D. A hugely different take on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which has turned into something surprisingly amusing as any show could ever be. It was during December of 2016 at my grandma's house where I first got interested in this show after hearing Kevin Michael Richardson as Happy Dwarf sing, because he sings so freaking good. But anyway, it transitioned to an entertaining and kooky adventure filled with new friends, new foes, and new catchy tunes as well. Number 9 for voice acting and genre is Johnny Test. One of the many shows which started out a little bit old school, the first season, which switched to a more funnier, action, adventure-filled life for the titular character, his intelligent canine best friend Dookie, and his twin genius sisters Susan and Mary. Catchphrases, experiments gone wrong, a comedic rogues gallery of villains, nothing is better as taken on the world with a flaming blonde hair and a personality similar to Timmy Turner, because, smart mouths. They think they know everything, but they don't. Number 8 for characters and voice cast is Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Even though it ended on an unexpected plot twist, it started off great with a movie introduction. 8-year-old Mac had been forced to get rid of his imaginary friend Blue, and the perfect place was none other than an imaginary friend foster home run by Miss Madam Foster herself. The show was all about respect and power of friendship, humor, and the many colorful characters which make everything unique. Also, I didn't like how Blue switched from being super supportive and kind of friendly and then turned into an obnoxious, egotistical jerk. Number 7, it'll tell you. Number 7, for all 4, is the Powerpuff Girls. Superheroes are one big deal that I adore, but other things which double equally are adorable little girls, like the ones at school. That's side ranch, to be clear. These girls also happen to be superheroes themselves, saving the city of Townsville from evil chimps, amoeba gangsters, flamboyant demons, every villain more dangerous and crazy than the rest. Along with Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory serving as one of the original Cartoon Network shows, which I consider a huge impact in TV popularity. Number 6 for characters and voice acting is Billy and Mandy. The funniest Cartoon Network show ever made, with humor that looks like it's mixed in with Cow and Chicken, Ren and Stimpy, and Ed and Eddie combined. The titular characters, dim-witted and lovable Billy and evil, cynical Mandy, become best friends with the incarnation of the figure of death, suffering physical and mental misery from their shenanigans. Sorry. Number 5 for genre and voice acting is Jimmy Neutron. As much as I appreciate the brains of anybody who's insanely brilliant, I have my memories on watching both the show and the movie which started the whole thing. Young James Isaac Neutron has been one of my favorite characters, along with Carl, Sheen, Goddard, and a little bit from Cindy. Funny, filled with awesome, memorable memes, incredibly intelligent, and always a wild train, which always comes back for fans. Jimmy Neutron will go down in history as a beloved Nickelodeon show. Number 4 for characters and voice cast is Chowder. Cooking isn't all that easy. Neither is being a literal definition of a chowderhead with an insanely enormous appetite. But long ago, I used to consider Chowder my most favorite show on Cartoon Network, especially because of the title character, his iconic hat, the many characters named after foods, and the running gag of breaking the fourth wall in almost every episode. I mean, what is this, Deadpool? A new Deadpool movie? But for kids. Number 3 for characters, genre, and animation is Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Although I have my concerns on what is the best show based on a video game franchise, I'd go for Sonic the Hedgehog. But I have to give props to Pac-Man 2 as well. I think the show is special and honorable for the main yellow hero, for his new friends, Spyro and Cylindria, the fact that the 4 main ghosts have become his friends, and the power berries to protect Pac-World from Lord Betrayus. Number 2 for characters, voice cast, and genre is The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. I would never expected a show to have the DNA of the Powerpuff Girls, Kim Possible, and Totally Spies all put together. I find Juniper as largely heroic, cool, and adorable, with a sense for fighting off any monster to ever put down with her, proving you don't need a costume to become a hero. Scottish accented and magical pug Monroe, catchy background chorus that goes ah, and brotherly support from Calf Susie as the voice of Ray Ray could never be any better. You can't stop the girl. And number 1 for all the above are both the Lunatics, both the characters and the show. That's why I said are. The best version of Looney Tunes franchise for me. I was lucky to have the opportunity of the superhero take on one of the most iconic cartoons of all time. Even the name is both clever and well thought out. Though it has been criticized negatively, the 6 main ancestors of Bugs, Lola, Daffy, Taz, Wile E. Coyote, and Roadrunner are pretty awesome and still loony, if not completely all the same. Like 100%. I mean, like, what's missing? I mean, Danger Duck's lisp because Daffy Duck has a lisp. Although, I still think the show is, like, pretty cool. And the first season intro is much more better than the second one. That's what I appreciate. And that's all I got for today. And I hope I see you soon with much more entertaining videos.